Alright, now we're going to find trig values. The first one here says, what is the cosine of 405 degrees? So to solve this, I'm going to use my unit circle. To start with, 405 degrees, I don't know where it is on the unit circle because it's an extra rotation. So if they give you a number bigger than 360, just subtract 360 from it. So 5 minus 0 is 5. 10 minus 6 is 4, and then I already borrowed one from that. So it's the same as 45 degrees. I know 45 degrees is right here. The coordinate there is square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So yes, you do need to still know unit circle. So cosine of 405 degrees, since it occurs right there, is indeed square root of 2 over 2. It's the x-coordinate, and it's square root of 2 over 2. Sorry, I'm going to try to focus that a little better. We'll see if that helps. Oh, not so much, but maybe. Alright, so it says sine of negative pi over 4. So when I figure this out, I'm going to still draw my circle. Negative pi over 4, positive pi over 4 is here, so negative pi over 4 is when you go clockwise rotation. So it's going to be this angle right here. The coordinate there is going to be positive square root of 2 over 2, negative square root of 2 over 2. Sine is the y-coordinate, so the answer would be negative square root of 2 over 2. It's real critical that you get the sign correct as in SIGN also. So notice it's in the fourth quadrant where x's are positive and y's are negative, okay? Because you know it's multiple choice that they're going to give you positive and negative possibilities. Alright, next one says cosecant of negative pi over 3. Alright, remember negative pi over 3 is like negative 2 pi over 6. So if you go negative pi over 6, negative 2 pi over 6, which is negative pi over 3, that's going to be your angle right there. Remember this one goes over a little, down a lot, so over 1/2, down square root of 3 over 2. Alright, they asked me for cosecant. Cosecant, if you remember, is the reciprocal of sine. So I'm going to say, what is the sine of negative pi over 3? After I figure that out, I'll just flip it upside down, like I'll just take the reciprocal. So it looks like the sine of negative pi over 3 is negative square root of 3 over 2. So to figure out what cosecant is, I just take the reciprocal of that. So it'll be 2 over negative square root of 3. Your test generator does not leave its numbers on the trashy side, so we will rationalize the denominator. So you will get 2 root 3 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is square root of 9, which is 3. And of course you still have a negative sign, so it'll be negative 2 root 3 over 3. Alright, next problem is cosine of negative 60, which, surprise, I think cosine of negative 60 is the same place as negative pi over 3. It's right here. And we already said the coordinate there is over 1/2, down square root of 3 over 2. So the cosine of negative 60 would just be 1/2. So there we have really found the values of some specific trig functions.